As you guys know, I have reviewed a few different belts made by Fight Night Belts and Sami Malik and his team over there in Pakistan. And they decided to send me this HD smoking skull belt to see if it's really worth it. Now again, this is not mine to keep. They sent this to me strictly to review, and I'm sending it to the new owner of the belt. But they did send it to me to review this page. So let's see if this HD belt is actually worth it, if it's worth your money. Are there any differences between the standard belt and the HD belt? Let's just take a look and see what we got. So there is the standard definition way of making belts, and there is the HD way of making belts. The standard way is pretty much the normal way, the lazy way almost, in a way to make a belt with old materials, old acid, things like that. HD belts are with cleaner acid, new acid. They use better materials to make that belt a better quality product. So in my opinion, HD belts are worth it, or you could just make the belt right the first time. And without further ado, this is the HD version of the WWF Smoking Skull belt made by Fight Night Belts. I'll let you guys take a look at it first, and then we will discuss it. I'd like to know your first impressions of the belt. Okay, there you go. That is the first look at the gold Smoking Skull belt. Let's take a look and see what the belt looks like over your shoulder. Feels good, comfortable. Lays over the back. Throw it over on this side. There you go. Leather work. Same thing for this side. Here is the backing of the belt. Snakeskin backing. This is a vinyl backing. It is not like a textured snakeskin backing. This is smooth vinyl backing. On my silver Smoking Skull, it is actually a textured snakeskin backing, and it's kind of rough. Where this one on the HD version is actually smooth vinyl backing. Let's do the snap test to make sure it snaps up. Yep, they all snap up. They do align. Comes off pretty easily. I will say the gold does look richer compared to some of my other belts. I don't know if he used a different gold process, or maybe it's just the way the belts are cleaned, since this is an HD belt. But the plates do look pretty good for the most part. I am impressed. There is a small kind of dent in the main plate up here at the top of the belt underneath the R. A real tiny dent. Really, really small. But that is there, so I will point it out. Taking a look at the main plate, looking at the snakes on both sides of the belt. On my silver Smoking Skull belt, you can kind of tell that the snakes are kind of easily seen. You can easily tell that's a snake head on that one. On the gold version, on the HD version, I can't really tell that's a snake head. I'm not really sure what happened there, but you can't really make out what that head is. You obviously know it's a snake, but it is kind of hard to see. Taking a look at my silver Smoking Skull, it looks kind of thin. It's not very good paint. The barbed wire is not as defined as it is on the gold one. On the HD one, it does actually look like barbed wire. The line work looks good. The paint looks good. So Good job to them for that part. Now let's take a look at these side plates. A lot of belt makers over in Pakistan tend to put 2 snake heads on the side plate, which is not the correct artwork. The correct artwork is actually 1 snake with the tail wrapping around to the other side. A lot of belt makers do this, where they have the 2 heads on each side. I told Sammy Malik that, and he did fix the artwork where it is just 1 snake head wrapping around with a tail. So I am happy to see that. Now, with this being a $525 belt, you would think there would be some more differences between the standard $350 belt. Well, you might have different plates, a little bit of a better paint job, but the leather is exactly the same. So, the question is paying $200 more for better plates, but getting the same exact leather? I don't know. I don't think so. I really don't. If you're getting the same exact leather as a $350 belt, and you're paying $200 more for an HD belt, and you're getting the same leather, that's kind of a bummer. It's kind of a letdown. On the HD belt, there are some dark spots in the gold plating. I'm not exactly sure if it's just dirt or what it is, but it is there, so I will point it out. Does it look good? Yes, it does. Is it worth $500? I don't think so. I do think the plates look good. The gold does look really gold. It really pops. I think it does look good. I just don't think it's honestly worth 500 bucks. When I would just rather get the regular version from Fight Night and save 200 bucks. So that's just my honest opinion. Now the question is, what would I give this belt out of 5 stars? You have the same leather as the standard version. You do have better looking plates, which is good. It's nice. He did update the artwork, which is nice on the side plate. I would give this belt a 4 out of 5 stars, but I still don't think it's worth your extra money for getting the same exact leather that you offer on the standard version versus the HD version. If you're going to offer HD versions of a belt, make sure you have leather to back it up that matches the HD plates. Now, some people might see this video and be critical that I'm like, oh wow, I'm really dogging on Fight Night belts for charging 500 bucks for an HD belt. Well, if you're going to charge 500 bucks for an HD belt, you should not make the same belt with the same leather as your standard one. If you're going to offer HD, make sure you upgrade their leather as well. In my honest opinion, the whole SD versus HD, I think it's a ripoff. I don't think it's worth your money for a belt, for a $350 belt from Fight Night Belts. I think it looks good versus a $525 belt. Pretty much the same plates, maybe a better paint job. The gold plating does look really good, but you're getting the same leather, which that is a big bummer in my opinion. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I will reply to a lot of you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching belt videos. If you found this belt video informative, if you learned something, subscribe to this channel, like this video. Let me know what you guys thought. I try to upload new belt videos every single week, or at least every other week. And with that out of the way, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.